So I'm driving the Kia Carnival down the Bengaluru-Hyderabad Expressway back to Bengaluru Airport. Now let's look at the headline numbers of the Kia Carnival. This car now has a 2.2 litre diesel engine, which is good for 193 PS of power. It really does feel like you're taking the Titanic down a small river though, but had the captain of the Titanic had what this car has, I'm very sure he would not have gone and collided with that iceberg. And what do I mean by that? Because this car has advanced driver assistance systems. I've got adaptive cruise control on, I've got lane keep assist on, and the car is doing much of the work for me. It's also warning me on this highway where you have to do a bit of a slalom run, avoiding traffic at times. If there's traffic on my sides as well, I've become very used to ADAS on other cars, but on a vehicle as large as the Carnival, ADAS is a necessity. It's not a luxury, it is a necessity. Now, most people who will buy the Carnival will never drive the car. If you're hearing this and you're looking to drive a Carnival, you probably are a chauffeur. I should be wearing a uniform instead of a white t-shirt right now. But it is a very nice car to drive, to be very honest. Ride and handling is surprisingly good. I mean, of course, ride has to be very, very good. When you're calling a car the Limousine Plus, ride ought to be very, very good. Like, I've got a little bump coming up over here, and you really can't feel it now. I was going at 50 over there, but it's comfortable car to drive. Even when you're taking corners with this car, body roll is extremely limited. It's easy to drive the car thanks to features like ADAS. Yes, the alarms are constantly going off. You've really got to be fully aware. Now, see, I've got a truck just got ahead of me, and the car pretty much braked itself. It's really, really comfortable to drive this car. It's made a lot easier by the fact that right now I have a heads-up display active on this car. Makes life a lot easier. But here's the thing. If you're a Carnival owner and one day your chauffeur doesn't come to work and you have to take the Carnival out for a drive, it's not difficult to drive this at all because of all the features it has, because of features like the 360-degree camera on this car, which even gives you a very specific view of the front wheels. You have a big, thick A-pillar, and that's for safety reasons, and which is a massive blind spot. So you can't really see what's in front of you when you're taking a turn at low speeds. You can now with the cameras all over the place. So fantastic to drive. Of course, heated, ventilated seats. I've got shift-by-wire now, a rotary dial. Okay, I'm still a bit ambivalent about features like that. I've got flappy paddles to change gears, but I really don't need to. This is not a performance vehicle. It can go fast if it really has to, but I'm quite comfortable at just keeping this car at cruise control and just doodling along on the road. It's a mile muncher. I'm going happily at about 75 kilometers per hour. No questions asked. But before I get to the seat that matters and how the Carnival is in the second and third row, let's look at the interior and exterior design of the new second generation Kia Carnival. Now, as I said earlier, the Kia Carnival is a very, very large vehicle. It is 5.15 meters long and almost 2 meters wide. And when a vehicle is that large, you can only do so much in terms of design to make it look pretty. It's not a pretty looking car, but it does stand out. Now, it has the Kia family looks, the drop-down daytime running lights and the tail lights, but the daytime running lights merge into these ice cube shaped headlights, and even the side profile of the car is distinguishable. Of course, such a large vehicle will stand out on the road just due to its sheer size. But honestly, the major work in terms of design and layout is in the inside. You've got the large infotainment screens, you've got the digital cluster, but The second and third row is where design really stands out. Now I'm going to show you sitting in the second and the third row how it is over there, because most people who will travel in a Carnival will be sitting at the back and not really driving. But Kia has done a fantastic job with the Carnival. It really does stand out, and as I said, not just because of its size. Now let's see the rear seats. So let's get going in the seat that matters of the Kia Carnival. Again, a thank you to my friend Vikram for driving the car right now. Starting up, and let's get ready to go. So let's look at some aspects of the seat first. You've got seat warming and seat cooling functions that are built in over here. So you can put the seat cooling functions. You've of course got a window and the curtain as well. You've got a USB charger built into the back of the front seats over here, both on both sides. So you've got two USB chargers, and you've got electrical controls for this seat. So I can push it back, I can push it forward, and I can also push the seat forward over here as well to get even more leg room. Not that I need it right now, to be very honest. This is the life. And this is where most Carnival customers will be spending their time. You can shut the dual second row, dual sunroof over here, which you can open. You've got reading lights. You've got air conditioning vents over here and air conditioning controls, which are on the other side of the car. Now, one reason because they're on that side is this is a traditionally left-hand drive car. So you got to understand that one aspect as well. But this is a really comfortable place. And as I said, most people who buy this car will never drive this car. This is where they'll sit. And truth be told, this is a very, very nice place to sit. Even nicer than the previous generation of the Carnival. Now, let's get back into the third row. Now, I'm in the third row of the Kia Carnival. Of course, these seats are a bit reclined, but legroom, even with the second row pretty much all the way back, is pretty good, even for somebody as tall as I am. I've got a bunch of storage space, for your phones, your cup holders. I've got a USB-C charger over here. There's one on the other side as well, and I've got a little curtain to keep out the sun. If I put it down, there's a decent glass area as well over here. So all in all, this is a very, very nice place to be, the third row. And because of the amount of luggage space, it's fabulous. So yes, the Kia Carnival is actually quite practical as a three-row car. Now, in this second generation Carnival, Kia is only selling it as a limousine plus model. They don't have the 4-row option of this as an 8 or 10 seater, so you only get this 7-seat option. But you know what, if you've got kids, dogs, tons of space for them to be in a Kia Carnival. And the amount of glass area with the dual sunroofs, this glass area here, air conditioning vents here, and the seat belt for the third passenger, middle passenger over here. There's a lot of space. There's even a light control over here. It's all very nice. So this is the Kia Carnival. So you know what? If you are the bodyguard of a celebrity, this is where you'll be sitting. So not a bad place to be.